Well, since the start of October, Eden Hazard has lost about 1 million managers in fantasy football. Well, not such good signs for the Belgian forward, and it's probably because he hasn't scored a goal in about, 2 months, and I think a lot of managers are getting frustrated. But, of course, the million-dollar question today is, should we keep Eden Hazard in our teams, or we should just forget about, all the pain that he has put us through and look forward, because his fixtures up ahead look very, very good, and it looks like the Belgian may be getting some points. And on today's show, I will be with Enoch and Enam as they dissect whether you should keep the Belgian or you should get rid of him. So we'll be back after this commercial break. You're still live on the Joy Fantasy Football Show, and I'm Owuraku Ampofo, and this show is coming live from the Torches Bar in Kaneshi Sports Complex. And I told you today on the show I'll be with my ever-trusted Enam and Enoch, and a wonderful game week it was for you. Last week, both, let's start with you.
Well, I won't say it was a wonderful game week for me. I had Salah and I captained Kane.
Well, that can be painful, and probably one of your regrets for FPL. A good week for you?
It was okay, but unfortunately, I also missed out on captaining Kane. I mean, captaining Salah, despite saying that I was going to captain him. So, unfortunately for me,
well,
it was a terrible one.
The funny thing is that they called Mohamed Salah in terms of our captain picks, and they decided to go a bit with the differential train and hit a lot of people by surprises and climb up in the mini leagues, but that didn't go well so far. But let's jump straight in, and Eden Hazard, I had him in my team in the beginning part when he was on fire, but his fire seemed to have dropped a little, and it's not as if he's not giving us any points, but he's still coming up with some assists. Are those signs that Eden Hazard may spark again, or you think it's time to get rid of him?
Well, I understand the frustration of most FPL managers. For 10.9 million, you expect to get a lot of points from him. And we are not getting it because the last time Hazard got a goal was game week 8 against Southampton. He missed game week 9 against Burnley. Fine. He comes in again, we play a draw against Everton. We meet Tottenham and we lose mercilessly. Hazard does nothing. So you'll be asking yourself, why keep a 10.9 million when we have even differential midfielders giving us the points? This is the reason you need to keep him. Hazard, earlier on, if you've been watching the show, I told guys that anytime Hazard realizes that his strikers are scoring, this is what he does. He will rather create. And he's been creating right from game week 13 to the game week 17. He created, to game week 16, sorry. He created 2 chances against City, which won Chelsea the game, actually. He created a chance in their previous game week, which also won Chelsea the game. What is happening is that after playing false 9 in the City game, what is going to happen? Now he understands, and now he knows that his strikers are misfiring. And the responsibility is actually on him to do the job, to give us the goals.
But do you think the system of the false 9 was just for the City game, or that's probably going to be Mauricio Sarri's formation?
Well, if Sarri is not going to maintain that form, then I'm sorry for him. He's going to be out of the top 4. If they really, really want to play Champions League next season, or even fight for the title, which is highly impossible, he has to keep that. You can't place your hopes on Giroud and Morata. I don't want to.
So you would go with Eden Hazard because you think he's going to play in the false 9 in a more advanced role?
Yeah, and also based on the fact that the upcoming fixtures are relatively cheaper games. So they play Brighton, Leicester, Watford, Crystal Palace, and Southampton.
Those are very winnable games.
Winnable games, and they have to win if they want to put pressure on the Liverpools and the Cities. So this is the reason I'm going to keep Hazard.
Well, he is keeping Eden Hazard because for one reason he thinks he's going to play in an advanced role, and secondly because he has very favorable fixtures against teams that haven't been so brilliant defensively. Now, I come to you, Enam, and he has spoken about creating chances, but you look at the price of Eden Hazard and what creating chances. Do you think providing an assist or 2 in a game is enough?
No, honestly, I don't think it's enough. Currently, I think Hazard is a bit too expensive to be providing only assist, whilst there are cheaper options available who are providing both goals and assist. And that actually brings me to Felipe Anderson, who I chose to replace Hazard for FPL managers out there. We all know how much of a revelation Felipe Anderson has been for West Ham this season. If you make a direct swap for him, if you take Hazard off and you bring him on, you actually immediately get 3.6 million, which is a very healthy sum which you can invest in premium strikers, premium midfielders, defenders, or even a good goalkeeper such as Edison or Alisson, who are going to ensure your clean sheets. So secondly, his stats are very impressive. He has 3 goals and 1 assist in the last 5 games for West Ham, and he started all of them actually. So that also shows you that he's going to be a constant in their midfield. Of his 23 shots, 13 have been on target with only 4 off target. He has an impressive 76% shooting accuracy with 26% shooting success, which is actually on par with the likes of Kane and Aubameyang. In short, he's a very real attacking threat for West Ham United, and given that their next 5 fixtures are actually very winnable, I think I'll tip him to outscore Hazard in the process.
Well, you speak of the next 5 fixtures, but don't you think in the long run, in a 38-game season, Hazard may be the better option? Because you look at Hazard in the past 3 game weeks and he has attempted 9 shots, and without scoring, there's still signs that he's trying to get that goal, and you're almost certain that the goal is going to come sometime, and when it comes, it is going to come quite consistently.
The thing is, it may come, but is it going to be sustainable? Chelsea don't always operate with Hazard as an out-and-out striker. If anything, he's going to be in a more advanced attacking midfield role. He can't sustain that over the period of the whole season, in my opinion. So unless or until Chelsea have their strikers firing and Hazard creating for them, I think Anderson is actually a better option throughout the rest of the season.
Okay, so Enoch thinks that you should stick with Hazard because he has good fixtures and he'll be playing an advanced role, but doesn't agree because he thinks that you could save 3.6 million and actually go for Felipe Anderson, who has more goal attempts and has performed better and also has very good fixtures in the festive period. So, you know, the FPL is about form. Well, it's really up to you. You know, you can decide to trust Eden Hazard, or you can save up a little cash and probably pump it into your defense or your attack. Next up, we go into our captain picks. But if you just joined us, we're still this is still the Joy Fantasy Football Show, and we are coming live from the Kaneshi Sports Complex at the Torches Bar, where you can always watch your Premier League games and also check up on your fantasy team and how they'll be doing. But guys, let's go into our captain picks, and we start off from the man who disappointed us, Harry Kane. It wasn't the best of nights at the King Power Stadium. Not any fault of his though, because he didn't get to start on the night.
Yeah. So for captainship this season, or for captainship this game week, Kane is a very good one. He has 3 goals and 2 assists in his last 5 games. He was rested in the Premier League fixture last week, as you already said, but he played in the Champions League full 90 minutes. And then it seems like he's much ready. He's fit to play against Burnley, and you're most likely going to get a goal or 2, given the way Tottenham are playing. And as you already said, Christmas is for Kane, so let's see him do something. I honestly tip him to score a wonderful goal and maybe a brace of assists in this match.
Well, you speak of a brace of assists, and I did watch that game at the Camp Nou against Barcelona, and we saw Lucas's goal, Harry Kane dropping deep and creating. Is that a trait that is coming to stay? We've seen Harry Kane dropping deep and assisting more goals. Remember the last home game, he assisted a goal. So is he also going to turn into an assist man, or is he going to focus on the goals? Because Burnley have conceded 32 goals, and it will be a good chance for him to get his first hat-trick of the season.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Given the pedigree of Kane, I see him doing that. He's a striker who can evolve given the kind of fixtures they have and the opposition they play against. So I honestly think he's going to do well in terms of providing assists when he's not actually scoring goals for his teammates.
Oh, okay, that's Harry Kane, and why he could be a premium captain pick for game week 17. And yeah, you had to talk about Eden Hazard. It would have been funny if you Eden Hazard was on your captain picks, but yeah, he is on your captain pick, and they face a Brighton side who have conceded 4 goals from their 4 home games so far this season. And you're anticipating Eden Hazard starting in an advanced role,
Yeah.
which means that if Brighton are to concede again, you think it would be Eden Hazard?
Definitely, he is the one going to get us the goals. Well, when you look at Chelsea, I've always been saying this. Anytime Hazard finds out that his strikers are scoring, what he does is that he creates. This time around, the strikers are not scoring. He has been he's actually created 4 chances in their last 2 games. So he has 4 assists in their last 2 games. And now he's noticed that the strikers are not scoring. He's the one to do the job. No one else can do it. Sarri trusts him. Sarri actually tipped him for 30 goals this season. He only has 7. And the season we are getting closer to the second part of the league. And he has to at least give us 10 goals before this festive period ends. And looking at their fixtures, well, on Saturday they play Brighton. Definitely. If Hazard doesn't score, I don't know. I don't know if I have to go on a bet with someone upset, but Hazard is going to give us a goal, actually.
Yeah, so probably mark that somewhere at home. Hazard is going to give us a goal. So he can be one of the players that you do trust if you have in your teams. And a player that I have in my team and I may consider captaining him is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, a joint top scorer in the Premier League. And he is at home to Southampton. Do you think the new manager is going to motivate them to prevent an Arsenal side from scoring, or you see Aubameyang getting on the score sheet?
Honestly, I don't think there's anything much their new manager can do to prevent Arsenal from scoring in this match, especially Aubameyang. He's clearly a man on form. He plays a Southampton side they actually haven't won a home match all season. They've drawn 5 and they've lost 2. He has 3 goals and 2 assists in his last 5 games as well. His 37 shots, 15 have been on target with 51% shooting accuracy, and he has scored 6 big chances. This is clearly boosting his morale, and he has the goals to show, or the goals to prove that he's indeed the man to go for in an Arsenal team. Against Southampton.
Yeah, he is the man in form, and if any goals are going to come, we know it's going to be Aubameyang, because, like I said, he was subbed off in the Premier League game, and it almost as if feels that Aubameyang is becoming an untouchable in that team. And we end off with Felipe Anderson, a player that Enam said that you could buy to replace Eden Hazard. He started the season not so well, but he seems to be getting involved with the goals. And with the injury to Arnautovic, is that a good sign for Felipe Anderson followers? Because he now has the responsibility of scoring.
It's a very good sign. But then why replace him if you can have both of them in your team? You can have Hazard and Felipe Anderson.
Yeah.
And I was shocked when I noticed that Anderson is only owned by 16.4% of FPL managers, because he's been giving points throughout these previous games.
Yeah.
He's been giving, I think, 10, 12 so far. You can keep him and Hazard in your team if you want points, because if you want to move up in your mini leagues, you need him. He has actually 78 points so far, and for a 7.1 million midfielder, I don't know why you leave him out. He's playing a Fulham side. They've conceded 30 goals, 0 clean sheets, actually. I won't say if anyone is going to get you the goal, it's going to be Felipe Anderson. But what's going to happen is that if any goal is going to come, it's going to come through Felipe Anderson, because Chicharito,
exactly,
it's in form, and Felipe Anderson is a creator. He's more of a creator than a goal scorer, because his previous game he gave an assist and he scored.
Yeah.
So if any goal is going to come, he's the one going to create the goal. He's the person that the goals comes through, and Felipe Anderson, captain pick. Personally, the best differential captain picks among the 4.
So finally, for you guys, who's going to be your personal captain pick?
I honestly don't know so far. I mean, this Christmas has been hell deciding captain picks, and I'm very undecided as of now. But we'll see by the end of the week. We'll see who I go with.
So I'm going to go for Hazard this time around.
I would have been surprised if you went for any other name. Special thanks to the gentleman who joined me here to do the analysis, and also thanks to you at home for making time to watch us. Hope you had a lot of fun and you did learn something new. This was the Joy Fantasy Football Show. Hope to see you same time next week, and hope that you have some greens and some up, or I don't know, forward arrows or pointing upward arrows in your teams, as hopefully you get some good points in this upcoming game week. Hope to see you same time next week. I was your host, Owuraku Ampofo, but up until then, always remember, Fike Lindo, which basically means stay beautiful.